Hi, this is Harry Occasion at the Kirksey Rec Center in Livonia. We have a Back to the Basics senior class, what we call senior here. We've been doing Fit After 50 classes here at the Rec for years and years. A lot of people are very familiar with those. Basically, it doesn't mean it's easy, it just means probably low impact. Today we have, on my right, we have Sue, and on my left, Marie, and they're going to be doing the class with us. And we're just going to start into the warm-up. So let's start with wide feet. Wide feet, everybody. Let's reach up high, wide, and then back down to the floor. Up and down. And you may not want to stop when I stop. You watch them. If I sometimes stop and walk around, I don't want you always stopping. So we're just going to keep going here. A couple more reps, just loosening up the upper body and the lower body. And now arms out to the sides, little arm circles. So when I say basics, back to the basics, it doesn't mean easy necessarily. It means simple. It's exercises we're all familiar with. Other direction. Exercises we're familiar with, but can be done in a difficult way if you do them right. Let's go big circles. And if for one reason or another, you haven't been able to work out for a while, other direction, this might be the perfect class for you to get back started. All right, get neck rolling a little bit. And good. All right, so for the next couple, we're going to keep our hands clasped together. Back to wide feet, a little wider than shoulder width apart. Little baby squats. And when I say baby, that might be right here for you. It might be a little bit lower. Some people get low. Go ahead, just keep going. See, some people get low, some people more moderate. And if that doesn't feel good, then you can keep it right like that. One more. And then again, hands like this, feet back a little closer, side to side, off the opposite heel. Don't leave your foot planted as you turn. We're not really twisting, we're turning. Getting your body used to moving in that plane of motion, just warming it up. Nice and slow and easy here in the beginning. And then keeping your hands together, feet about shoulder width apart. It's a straight leg. It's going to basically warm up the back half of your body, down and up. A lot of my people think this is their favorite part of the warm-up. Nice stretch as you go down like that, back half of the body, the hamstrings. Really nice straight legs, but not a locked knee. Just keep your legs straight, your back is straight. One more rep. And now let's grab one light dumbbell. By the way, dumbbells and a mat. That's all you need for this workout. Kept it simple. Most people at home should have something, at least something that they can lift, even if it's just one set. We each have 2 sets. That's fine if you only have one. So let's grab your weight like this, wide feet. Now remember, anytime we're doing something, especially with a weight, we want to have perfect posture. So you have posture standing up. Don't let your posture round as you go down. You want to keep that posture at every angle. So let's keep our weights like this. Let's go up and then down like a big sledgehammer in slow motion. Up and down. So you might not get real low, but it's okay. You might be light. You could even do this empty-handed if you didn't have weights at home. And then from your chest, you can hold it like this or turn it like this and hold it this way. Turn, reach up, punch, back to your chest, and turn, reach up, punch, back to your chest. We're going kind of slow right now, and that's fine. I want everyone to know what they're doing. If you're experienced and you feel like you want to go a little quicker, go ahead. One more. And good. So now I'm going to take this, and let's grab a second light dumbbell right away. And I'm going to turn partially sideways because I want you to see me. We're going to roll our shoulders back. Keep that posture as you descend. Slide your hands down and stand up. And you got to engage those core muscles, those abs, protecting your back. You want your core muscles, keep going guys. You want your core muscles to prevent the back from rounding as you bend over. So I don't even want to do this, but I'm going to demonstrate. A lot of people do that. That's wrong. Keep those shoulders back, nice straight back, and then come up forcefully like that. One more. Good. Now our hands are low. And again, I'm going to turn sideways because I want you to see this angle. My hands are here. Drop your right foot back, and all toes should point forward. I'm going to do it this way first. You don't want your back foot to flare off to the side. You want it to be pointing forward. Just like that. So all toes point forward, hips and shoulders pointing forward, and then you just go down and up. Now everybody's depth is different. That might be you right there. If that bothers you, sometimes you kind of reset your feet and then try it again. You want your whole front foot planted down. One more, and then stay at the standing up position, but your feet are still split out, and you do some bicep curls like that. You keep going. You can see how everything is pointed forward on them. All their feet, their toes, their hips, their shoulders, and they're upright. Good, perfect posture, ladies. Let's bring the back foot up. Remember, that was our right foot back. Bring your back foot up, bend over, elbows come up high, tricep kickbacks. Now, this is an important one to demonstrate. You don't want to be here. That's not much of a kickback. That's not difficult at all. You got to bend over, pull those elbows up, and then kick back, and that kick up part is the hard part. Bend over a little bit more, 2, and 1. Now, right foot forward. This is kind of the extended warm-up, by the way, in case you're wondering. Back foot is pointing forward, not flared to the side, because then you can see my hips and shoulders are going to flare off. It's an exaggeration, but that's going to happen. We don't want to do that. Keep everything square. And then we go up and down. I started with the bicep curl for a second. Not yet. Up and down. Just like that. Now, maybe you feel like you can get low. Maybe you go down that low and you go, oh gosh, that's too low. Next time you just do a couple shallow ones. And then stop right up there. Bicep curls like that. Just like that. Back foot straighter a little bit. There you go. 3, 2, and then bring that back foot here. Elbows up, bend over. Remember, straight back when you bend over. You got to stay straight like that, and then kick back. And don't lower your chin. Don't look way up like that. Look exactly so your head and shoulders are lined properly. 3, 2, and 1. Let's put these weights down. And, by the way, you should have a water with you. If you need a drink at any time, you should grab it. All right, so now we're going to go into a little bit of a leg section. First time around, we're not going to have any weights in our hand. Second time around, we're going to go to the weights. If you want to go empty-handed, that's fine. So we're just going to start with basic squats. So I'm going to, again, turn sideways so you can see. When you do a squat, you can't be upright like this. You're going to fall backwards, and you don't want to fall forward. They say the perfect angle is like a 45-degree angle. Down like this with a nice straight back, and then drive up. Okay, so let's all just do some basic squats. Told you, back to basics. Down and up. Down and up. And as I'm doing this, I want you to see how my feet are. I'm 50-50 here, a 50% weight distribution on each side. I don't want to favor. Everyone's got a strong side. My left is my strong side. I don't want to favor that side. I want to push both feet into the ground and stand completely up, okay? One more, and then we're going to hold the next one down. So let's hold that right like this, and we're just going to stay right there. Now, if you feel like you can get lower, get a little lower. If you can't, go back up to your comfortable position. 3, 2, and 1. Now, left foot forward this time. You just kind of warmed up. We weren't really that low. Now we can probably go a little bit lower. So drop a leg back and then stand up. Right leg only going back. So it's only one leg at a time. Down and up. Down and up. You can see my back knee getting fairly close to the ground and up. If you can't do that, you go right there and then up. Front leg is the dominant leg here. On the next one, everyone goes back and stays back. And you just stay there. And you just pause. Now you can feel this leg start to shake a little bit maybe. If it's not working, get lower. If you feel like you can do that. Okay? You might get down and go, oh man, that's too low. Right there is probably good for me. 3, 2, 1, and stop. Good. Probably felt that in the front leg more than the back one. All right, so other leg in front. Let's go. Let's drop down and step up. And remember on these, unlike the squat you're going to tilt over a little bit when you squat. These you want to stay pretty much upright the whole time. Down and up. Down and up. I'm going to try and get as low as I did on the other side, even though my right leg isn't quite as good as my left. It's a little bit harder to get down there for that side, but that's okay. You got to get it to catch up. Next one, let's go back and hold, okay? Let's go back and hold it. Find your spot that you feel comfortable with. Most important thing is that you're balanced and you got the right muscles working here. Core is tight. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and stand. Good job. If you need a drink, take one. Otherwise, we're going to just kind of loosen our whole bodies up here, and we're going to kind of repeat, starting with a different exercise, and then repeat the 2 that we did. Put our hands behind our head. This is like a lot of people are familiar with on the ground, a bicycle. Like when you're laying down, it's a crunch where you're going side to side. I kind of call this a standing bicycle. I don't know if there's a better name for it. That's what we're calling it. So pull your opposite knee and elbow together. Pull your knee up and bring the opposite elbow down. Now, this, getting close there. See that? Boom. Takes effort. You got to pull the knee up above the hip. If you can't do that, that's okay, but make an effort to get the knees coming up. Otherwise, you're just kind of standing there doing this. That's not quite enough. Let's go another 15 seconds, everybody. If you feel comfortable, pick up the pace a little bit. You don't have to. Down to 5 seconds. Don't forget to breathe. 2, and 1, and done. Very good. Now, let's go back to the light dumbbells, and now we're going to do this section with light dumbbells. So light or medium if you have 3 sets, probably medium if you have the 3. Let's pick up. So now, we're going to go back to the, in weightlifting terms, we call this an RDL, a Romanian deadlift, straight leg deadlift. It's for the back half of the body. Shoulders are back. On the squats and lunges, you're going to feel more quad. This is going to kind of take the quads out of it so the back half gets to work. So shoulders back, very, very important not to round. You can't round. Slide and then stand and squeeze. Slide, stand, and squeeze those glutes. We don't want to hyperextend. We want to push our hips so far forward. But we don't want to come up only 80%. You want to come all the way up. Straight up. Shoulders stay back, everybody. We got 2 more to do. And this is one you don't have a hold on. We don't hold up low on these. All right, so now my hands are going to be here, and you have a couple choices here. The hard version, which I'm sure everyone wants to do, is bring the weights up here and hold them. They're not going to press them, but you're going to hold them. We're going to do these squats up just like this. If you don't want to do this, you can bring them down and you hold them right here on your legs like that and stand up. But we're going to do this a little bit harder on the core. So let's go down and then stand up. I told you basic, down and up. Basic doesn't mean easy. So if you're adding weight to these, the more weight you use, obviously, the harder it is. If you use a lot of weight, the basic stuff's all you need. So we don't need to get too complicated. Remember, both feet evenly working. It's good. We look good. That's why they're here, I guess. 3, down, 2, down. And on the next one, we are going to all bring them down and then go down and hold. So now an extra, however much weight you have, you might only have another 5 or 10 or 20 pounds, whatever it is. It makes a difference. Keep your back straight. 3, 2, and then drive up strong, just like that. Very good. All right. This time we're going to do a switch. So my hands are here, and the last round we went like this with the same leg. This time we're going to switch feet every other time, okay? So let's keep our hands down like that. Again, shoulders back, not this, that, okay? Let's drop down, stand. Other side, drop down, stand. Some people find this a little more challenging because you're switching back and forth. Can't really get into a rhythm there. If you want to, at this point, make it harder. Bring it up here. You can leave them down low where you were, but this is harder. A little higher center of gravity. We're going to keep going here. One another 15 seconds, everybody. I told you this was the leg section. I'd love to keep going, but I got to look at my watch. 3, 2, and time, everybody. Good job. Put those weights down. One more section, about 20 to 30 seconds of those. Now you know what to do. Your hips are a little bit looser. Maybe you go a little bit faster. So hands behind the head. Let's go. Faster. Just like this. Boom. Pull the knees up. It's a basic move. I told you, low impact. Low impact. Senior classes don't necessarily mean easy. They're just low impact. Most people don't necessarily want to do jumping jacks, which some people do, but they always have that option. Let's say another 10 seconds. How about that? Keep going, everybody. Down to 5. I'd love to do it, but I'm just going to watch that. And time. Very good. Why doesn't everyone just grab a quick drink? And then we're going to get into the upper body section. Doesn't mean we're necessarily done with the legs. We're just going to go into the upper body. All right. So now, one heavy weight. I think, like I said, we all have 2 or 3 sets. If you only have 1 set, that's fine. It's fine. Just use the same dumbbell every time. So this is one. We have 1 heavy dumbbell, and this is, to me, the most underrated and underdone upper body exercise. Weightlifters know this, and they all do rows, back exercises. It's the frame of your body, but there's a lot of people who just don't do enough. Everyone wants to do the pushes, the push-ups, when they lift weights, or the bicep curls, because that's the stuff they can see. But the back is the most important one to do. And we're going to start with a 1-arm row. And what I want to do again is to make sure you bend over far enough with a straight back. We can't round, especially on this, because this is going to translate to doing something wrong in real life. You're going to bend over in your basement or your garage to pick up something with a rounded back, and you're going to hurt yourself. So that's why we got to practice it here. So you have your dumbbell in one hand. Let's all put it in the right. Left hand on left knee. Okay, I'm going to tilt over. Weight distribution, I'd say it's about 60-40 or 70-30. I'm leaning over here with a nice straight back. My right hand with the dumbbell is about even with the knee. I'm tilted over, and I'm going to pull. And I am engaged. My core is tight. I'm not allowing my back to round. I'm supporting my lower back. Okay? I'm going to look straight where my front delts are pointing. They're pointing right there, so that's where I want to look. I don't want to be looking up here or down to there. 3, 2, and 1. Stop. Stand. Reset. Take time. Take your time. We're going to switch sides. Right foot in front. My left hand has the dumbbell. If you did it the opposite, go back. Do your opposite. That's fine. My right hand is resting on my knee, and I'm leaning forward. Okay? Like I said, about 60-40. Straight back. Lean, tilt over, hand around the knee, and then pull. Pull. Just like that. And keep going. Keep going, everybody. Good. You see extending but not rounding to reach. So they're extending the arm down straight, but they're not rounding and rolling their shoulders forward to get that depth on that row. 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Very good. Let's get the second heavy weight, everybody. So now we're going to go back to a row, which is what we just did. So I'm going to stall here for a second. And then we're going to go into 3 more exercises after that. There may be a point where you want to switch to lighter weights. The row is the one you probably do need the most weight for, so we're going to start with that. And then later on, you're going to go, if you want to change, you change on your own at any time. So roll the shoulders back. Now we're bending over as if we were picking up something with 2 hands. Bend straight back, nice and even. Tighten core, and then pull. Pull, just like that. Remember, straight. Straight, strong back. Soften those knees up. You can shoot your butt back a little bit. That's fine. We want to be centered. If I was deadlifting, that'd be perfect. Just like that. That's kind of the position you want to be in. 4, straight back. 3, 2, and 1. And then stand up. Don't forget before you stand up, make sure you keep those core muscles tight. Now, bicep curls. Most people could probably do what's in your hand with a bicep curl. If you want to switch, go ahead. That's fine. All right. Everyone's got strengths and weaknesses. I'm going to start with this. Now, bicep curls are the easiest thing to do. Don't screw it up. It's so easy. If you screw this one up, I hate this, everything else where you're bending over, you're reaching overhead, you got to really keep your focus here. shoulders are back, standard curls. Now people love bicep curls. They're kind of boring to me, so I'm going to walk around. So yeah, you can do those. Like I said, to me it's the easiest exercise because you're just standing there like this. You're not reaching, you're not bending. Everything is squared up. It's easy, so make sure you're in here tight, because if you don't do it now, you won't on the more challenging ones. 3, 2, and 1. Bring those hands up, and before we do a shoulder press, I want to reiterate about rolling back. It's the most important one. It's where people get that pain in their shoulders. They get in a little impingement there. You want to roll the shoulders back like this, create space in that shoulder, and then drive up. Don't roll like that. Keep your chest up. If this bothers you, you can't reach overhead, I'll tell you what you can do. You just grab one light dumbbell and do a front raise. You could do this. This works the front deltoids. You could do a lateral raise with 2, or you could do something else to work the shoulders. You don't have to do a shoulder press. If you start to feel it hurt, don't do that. 2 more. And now again, the triceps, and remember with the triceps, if I'm here, look, it's just so easy to do that. I want to be up here and then kick back so my arm is fairly parallel to the ground. Nothing perfect, but the more you bend over, the harder that is, okay? So bend over enough, and you're leaning out a little bit more on this one because the weight is still tight in here. Good. 3, 2, and 1, and done. Very good, everybody. Put the weights down. We're gonna go on the floor now, so if you have a mat, get it out. We have ours ready. We are gonna do some ab work, but we're gonna finish our upper body with everyone's favorite push-ups. But before you scoff at that, actually, one of you, would you do on your back chest presses? If you don't or can't do push-ups, grab your heavy set of dumbbells, and you'll just get on your back. You and I are gonna do push-ups, okay? So there's different versions. You lost. So basically, she's going to be on her back, and you can just stay like this. Look, chest press, right like that. The only problem doing it on the floor, and it's not a major problem, is you can't go real low. You get stopped right there and press up. But for a lot of people, that might be a good thing. Some people, you're not going to stretch that shoulder out too far by that. So this round, you do the chest presses. She's doing push-ups on her knees, and I'll do push-ups. I'll participate because they know what they're doing. Let's go. Standard push-ups, by the way. Tight core, like you're doing a plank. Down and up. Down, full extension. Don't look down. Look out in front of you a couple feet, just like that. And if you get tired, you can just hold the plank, because we got about 10, 15 more seconds. So Marie, if you need to, you can just hold a plank. See, I'd like to keep going, but just the clock, you know. 3, 2, and 1. Good job, everybody. So that's always an option. Next round, we're going to come back around. You'll do the chest presses on your back. You get to do the push-ups, all right? I know you miss them so much. So everyone on your back. We're going to be on our back. Now we're going to do a little ab sequence. So we get our legs a little bit of a break, upper body a little break. Technically, our core should be working the whole time. That's how we really get strong in our core with our posture. But now we're going to emphasize the core. We're going to start with the most basic, which is the standard crunch. Start with our feet on the floor. And before we start, I want to point out your lower back. But think of it as the bottom of a rocking chair. You want contact. It's called a posterior pelvic tilt. I swear by this, most people say, there are some people say you don't need to do this. I personally believe in it, so that's what we're going to do. Hands behind the head, posterior pelvic tilt, bottom of a rocking chair. Find somewhere to look at. About a 45-degree angle. Keep your eyes on it, and then a standard crunch just like that. Don't let your head fall back every time, because then you'll end up pulling up on it like that. Kind of tuck your chin slightly as if you were holding a tennis ball under your chin. That's about the proper spot. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now I'm going to keep it basic. Again, basic but not simple. You can see this is not easy. Cross the leg. Opposite, my hands are going to stay behind my head. My opposite elbow is going to aim for that knee. So that's my left knee. My right elbow is going to come up and across and then down. Still go ahead, keep the distance between your chin and your chest still, okay? We don't want to sink down too low, and we don't want it to fall back, okay? Control it. Don't hold your breath. And that's about right. Switch feet, other direction. Now you may notice I don't count reps. I don't necessarily want you at my cadence. I think everyone has got a different thing, a different pace they feel comfortable with, and I don't want anyone rushing and get out of form. 2 more, and good. All right, so last one from our backs. We're going to stick our legs up in the air as straight as possible. Get this pack here, I can't quite straighten my legs out, but we're going to reach up. Put your hands like this and reach up for the toes, just like that. Now, if that bothers your neck, you can do it with one hand, support your head like that, and then alternate every couple reps, or just the way they're doing it, or support your head any way you want, okay? Just keep going. About 5 more seconds, ladies. And perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay. Let's flip over. There are 2 types of ab exercises mainly, and everything comes from those. It's the flexing of the spine, which is what we just did, crunches, variations of crunches, cross crunches, and the other one is stabilization moves, and that's what planks are. We're going to start with the most basic plank. Your body is tight. It's not just pulling in necessarily, it's tightening, it's bracing, but it's everything in your core, which is here to here, front and back, okay? So everything is tight. We're going to start on the forearms. Remember, we don't want to wobble, we don't want butt in the air, we don't want to sag. So let's pop it up, everybody. Forearms down, feet up, knees up, and hold. Now, as they're doing that, you could, so why don't you take a knee and do it from the knees, like that. You could, and drop your hips a little bit. There. So you could do it on the knees if the standard plank is too difficult. Or you just pop it up just like that. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take a knee, relax. Okay, so now we're going to do a variation. We're going to do 2 variations of planks. And we're going to start with 2 basic ones, and they might be too challenging for you. And if they are, you stick with what we just did, which is the basic plank. We're going to do toe taps first, short rest, and then finger taps. And I will do those, and you can probably just hold out on one of them, but I'll tell you when to do that, okay? So let's pop up into this. First one is toe taps. So basically, you're just going to pick a foot up, reach out to the side, tap, and then in. Tap, and then in. Tap, and then in. Marie, you just hold it there, hold that plank. You don't need to do any more. And you just keep going there, Sue. She's trying not to move her body too much. She's still working hard even though she's not moving. You're still working. 3, 2, and take a knee, please. Good. Short rests. That's what you're doing. If you were working in your yard carrying something heavy, you brace yourself, stabilize your spine, put it down, maybe grab something else. Time to do that. Now, we're going to reach out, okay? We'll all do this one. So forearm plank one more time, and then reach your fingertips out and pull in. Now, there's a wrong way to do this. That's swaying back and forth like that. We don't want to do that. Stay square. The narrower your feet, the harder it is. So wider feet makes it easier. Find what works for you. I'd say another 5 seconds. I'm sweating. And time. Good job. Very good. All right, so I didn't forget you. You stay there. Heavy weights for you for the chest presses. We're going back to that. Now we're going to kind of circle back around. We're going to go back up. So now we get to do push-ups again. I'll face this way. So if you want, do you want to do knees? You start on the toes. Yep, that's how you do it. You start on the toes if you're not sure. Might be 2 reps. But you might be to do the whole set. You never know. But even if it's a couple reps in, you got to drop. That's fine. So chest presses for Marie. We're doing push-ups. Remember, shoulders back, just like the shoulder press. You got to keep the shoulders back, everybody. Ready? Let's go. Pop up, tight, and now take the feeling that you just had in that plank and feel like you're doing the push-up as if you were doing a plank that's just going up and down. And that's really all it is. Some people can get very low. Some people about halfway. Some people maybe they just can just barely bend their elbows. That's all push-ups. Knee push-ups, toe push-ups are all push-ups. 3, 2, and 1, and done. Very good. Very good, ladies. Let's get a drink, everybody, and pop on up. Good time for a drink. Water. All right. So let's give our upper bodies a little bit of a break and go back to our legs. And this time, we're going to have the option to do a few more, slightly more challenging parts of it. They're still basic exercises. They're just a little bit more challenging, okay? So let's, we'll start empty-handed. We'll start empty-handed for the first couple. So basically what we're going to do on this is we're going to do squats, then the lunges, and then we're going to mix them together, okay? So let's just do regular old squats, down and up. So this one, maybe we can start going a little quicker. Some people like to go quick on these. Some people nice, slow, and deep. They're not sure how deep they can go, so they want to kind of take their time. Whatever you want. Now if you want to just keep doing what they're doing, that's fine. Otherwise, let's start doing some pulses. So we're going to start pulsing out just like this. 2, and then hold right there. 3, 2. Again, pulses. Now, if you need a break, you stand up. Standing up gives you that little bit of relief. 2, and hold. But if you can hang here with us, stay as long as you can with it. Again, 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold. Shoulders are back still. Remember that. We're not rounding here. We're not falling forward. And we got one more set of that. Go up and down. 5, 4, 3, 2, and then finally hold that one for 5. 3, 2, 1, and done. That one couldn't end enough. That was good. All right. Soon enough. All right, so this one we're going to switch a little bit quicker now if you can. If you're experienced with this stuff, we're going to do the drop lunges, switching back and forth. If you're experienced, you can kind of pick up the pace sometimes. But if you're not and you feel like you're kind of stumbling around a little bit, take your time. And if you're home and you're fairly new at this, hang on to a wall, chair, dresser, wherever, whatever it is, that's okay. You're still doing the work. All right? So let's go. Switching the feet, drop lunge, down and up. Down like that. I like these. Keep going. You keep doing what I'm doing, or what you're doing. I like those better than these for most people. That's a little bit pressure going on those toes for a lot of people. They can't quite get it enough and their heel comes up. This is safer. You drop down like that. You got that foot flat on the ground like that. Last one, and then hold. So now we're going to start to really feel this because we're going to stay here. 3, 2, stay fairly low and switch. Like that. Again, you want to stand up in between and rest for a couple. That's okay. Switch. Again, posture, forward. Switch. Chest up. Don't hold your breath. Switch. We got last one on this side. And switch one more time. That depth is important. Be consistent with it as long as it feels okay. 3, 2, and 1, and done. Good job. Now we're going to grab, and I think probably play safe, one lighter or medium dumbbell for you guys. One lighter one. And this one, it's the one we were worried about because there's nothing to hang on to for us, but it's a balance. If you can't balance, then hang on. Because what I'm going to try to do is what we call, it's the deadlift we did earlier, the RDL, the straight leg deadlift. It's the back half of the legs there. You can hold it like this or like that, whatever you feel more comfortable doing. I'm going to hold it like this. And you're going to basically have it in the opposite hand of the foot that's here. If you were hanging on, you just hang on with this hand over here, and I'm going to drop down like this. If I can touch the floor, fine, and stand up. Now, I did that without touching. If you need to touch, fine, touch, but don't come back like that, okay? So you want to stay upright over that, down and up. Go ahead and up. So this opposite arm can either be used to hold on to something at home or as a counter balance here. And it does help, but maybe you don't need that. And now, to be honest with you, the two-leg version of this, you need to get, I mean, most people just aren't going to feel, they're going to feel a stretch, but they're not going to feel themselves working that hard. With the one leg, you're going to feel it a lot more. And then straighten all the way up, squeeze the glute on the last one, and up. Good. Switch sides. How'd we do? Okay? Good. Other side. Now, C minus. That's better than what we thought. Straight up. Down and up. Now I can feel already, I always say this, my left leg is way stronger than my right. My right one struggles to balance. So I'm going to stick my right arm out here like this as a counter to help it out. It still does the work. It's probably working harder because my left leg just finds this fairly easy. Not righty. We all have imbalances. Last one. Helps us stare at a spot. I probably should have said that before. And good. Right at the last rep, I give you the tip I probably should have given in the beginning. Stare at something. Sorry about that. All right. All right. So let's grab, now we're going to finish off with upper body. Let's start in reverse order. Let's start with the light weights first. And I am going to demonstrate the two exercises. They're going to just do, you guys feel good with shoulder presses, right? Standard shoulder presses, good. They're going to roll their shoulders back. I'm going to show the two different other shoulder exercises you could do if you can't do that they're doing. Go ahead, you guys do your shoulder presses. Lateral raises, they're hard. Up to the sides and down. Make sure your thumb is above the pinky. That usually is an easier exercise. It's not easy, but very lightweight would work for that. But you know, that won't bother most people's shoulders. If you can't or won't do that, you grab the one dumbbell like I said earlier and go like this up and down as long as the thumb is above the pinky. You guys about 3 or 4 more reps. Up and down like this. And don't lean. Don't want to do that. Straight back, up, and down. Good. Now, triceps, we're going to do one more. We're going to do this one at a time. So put one of your dumbbells down. I want you to focus on the one arm like we talked about before. My hand is resting on the knee, okay? Just like we did with the row, but we're going to pull and keep it there and then kick back like that. So go ahead, one arm, kickbacks, boom, boom, just like that. And like I said, if you're here and you're only coming to here, that's not hard enough. You're working up against gravity that way. You got to do it that way. No, just do the kickback, just the kickback part. Yep. 3, 2, and switch. Switch. Other side. Remember, it's the same thing as the row. We want to be squared, but we're just going to keep that elbow fixed to our body and kick it back just like that. Keep going. I get to take breaks. I've talked the whole time. That tires you out in a different way. 3, and I'm thinking. 2, and 1. Now we're going to go back to 2 pull exercises, a bicep curl, and the row. We're going to finish that off. I think most people would probably be heavy. Get your heavy weights up. But if you want to stick with the lighter ones, that's your business. If you're feeling tired and you don't think you can, go lighter. So, shoulders back. I told you this is easy, right? Don't get lazy though. Bicep curls. Don't get lazy. Don't swing. We don't want to sway the body. That's cheating. We don't want to do that. We're going to lock it in. We don't want to swing the arms, even if you're not swinging the body. This, don't do that. Stop. Curl. Down. Boom. Just like that. A few more reps. And on the next rep, we're going to do this just like we did the last one. Hands are down, and remember, actually we're going to do this in 2 parts. We're going to do 5 or 6 reps and then stand up. So we're going to do straight back, bend, straight back, pull. 5 or 6 reps. Straight, pull those elbows back. Boom. And stand, just like we did before. Stand strong. Reset, make sure you're set, and repeat. Just changing the weight. It's going heavier. I love that. End of the workout, you're going heavier. I love it. You're not just, you're here to work out, aren't you? 3, 2, and 1. Stand up strong. Beautiful. Perfect. That was awesome. All right, put your dumbbells down, everybody. We are going to finish off with just a couple of basic things on our mats. I'm going to scoot up here a little bit. Okay, we're going to stay seated on number 1. So have a seat just like this. Okay, we're going to be in a V-sit position. Some people call it a C-sit. It's the kind of the curve here. The V would be boom, boom, whatever. Everyone's got different terminology. But I'm going to tell you the way that I like to set up for it. My hands are behind my legs. I'm sitting up like this. I'm leaning back. When my arm fully extends, that's the position. Okay? Release the hands and hold. Now, hold the position. Marie, why don't you put your hands behind your legs? If you can't hold it anymore, put your hands there. Put them on the floor, and I'll put them on the floor. We'll all put them on the floor. You can hang in there like this, and you're just giving yourself a little bit of help. But if you don't need that, keep it right here. Let's make it harder. Raise your hands overhead if you feel like it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and sit up. So that is a nice little bonus on top. We got one more. We got time for one more. Let's lay back on the floor, and we're going to start. We kind of did something similar to this earlier, where we crossed our leg and we came up, but we're not going to cross this time. We're going to keep them on the floor, and we're going to bring the opposite elbow and knee together, and we're going to do it in a fairly controlled, slow way. Okay? So I'm going to go like this, and then down. Other side. Up, down, that battery pack. Up, down. Up, down. Keep going. So you're taking each rep as its own rep. Okay? You're not just bouncing off the ground. Now we turn it into that bicycle. Okay? Go ahead. Legs in the air. You're looking out at your feet if you can, because that makes sure your shoulders are off the floor. If you're up here, that's no good. You got to be down. 3, 2, and 1, and done, and done. Very good. A little trainer applause. Very good, everybody. So if we think about how we did today, especially if this is your first workout back in a while, you did the lower body. We did a lot of the squats and lunges. That works our quads, hamstrings, glutes. The straight leg deadlift worked our hamstrings. Specifically, we did our chest, we did our back, we did arms, shoulders, bis, tris, and we worked our core. We did planks, crunches. We did a little bit of everything. Great job, everybody. Let's stretch out. We deserve a nice stretch. Now, I'm going to stretch out with you. We're going to bring our feet in like this. You can face off to the side if you want, whatever you want. You're going to be like this, and you're going to be upright. Okay? Now, the feet, people can't come in all the way and leave it right there. If you can bring in just a little bit more, try that, and then lean over, straight back. You should feel that in the adductors there. Nice butterfly. By the way, if you do want to stretch out a little longer, repeat, take your time. It's fine. We're just not going to we can't spend 20 minutes here stretching. One leg out, lean into the straight leg with a straight back, and don't worry about touching the toe. See, I can touch the toe, that's fine. If I'm here, if all you can do is here, it's fine. Purpose is to stretch it. Keep your back straight. Switch sides. Keep your toe pointed up. Nothing too crazy. I said basic. It wasn't easy. All right, so now I'm going to put this foot over this one, and I'm going to pull this knee to this shoulder. I'm going to pull it. And some people, this is a yoga move. I don't know what they call it in yoga, but they pull across and they sit up. You sit up, and you can look back if you want. I feel this stretch down here in my glute, but it's a nice back twisting move. Other side. Pull this across and sit up. Remember, we got to sit up tall. I want to slump like that. Pull across. Now, if it doesn't feel right, let's say I can't quite hook this, I'll pull with my hand. Good. Now, Marie, you stay on the ground. You guys can stay on the ground, do the quad stretch. You can roll on your side, do a quad stretch. If you're home and you want to do this, you can go ahead and do that stretch like her. You can hang on to something, do it like this. Chest is up. Make sure your knee doesn't kind of go off to the side like that. You want to keep it together. And the other side. Again, that whole staring at a spot thing, I'd recommend that. You don't get distracted. And then we'll get into the upper body. You guys, you can sit, stand, kneel, whatever you want, hands out to your sides. We're going to reach out and back. Now this stretch is okay the way we're doing it. It's really good if you grab a door frame. And you can do only one at a time probably. Just it's better to do one at a time, but that really opens up those chest muscles. And then fingers interlocked if you can, and pull down. And don't leave your shoulders rolled forward. Roll them back and pull down. What we do all day long, whether we're driving, typing, texting, whatever, we're rolling forward. These two pull us back in a good spot where we belong. And then lastly, at the back side here, put one arm across, push the elbow back. Now, I think this works for me. Sometimes angling up works a little bit better. Feel it more down into here, down in the lats. And then switch. Good. I feel good. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hope you enjoyed it. Good. Good job, Marie. Oh, wait. Yeah.